So I'm making a wedding cake for my friend. I've not had much practice for wedding cakes for quite a while, guys, and I'm using different shades of blue fondant. So I've got a range of different fondants. I'm just going to mix them together a little bit and we're going to get like a nice marbled effect. Now, I didn't bother dyeing any of them myself. I just used loads of ready-made, like in packets that were already colored. So I'm using some of the Sugar Paste, some of the Renshaw's one. You can use whatever brand you want. I do have both of these brands. We also have the Saratina ones as well. The Renshaw's one was definitely a bit softer than the other ones, but I'm just going to try and knead them together. I usually cut it open to see just how kneaded it is or how marbled it is, and then if I want to kind of marble it a bit more, I'll mix it a little bit further. And then I'm going to cover the top of each of my tiers of cake first. So we're going to do like the top and the sides separate rather than covering it in one piece. So to make sure I got the right length for going around, I actually cut a piece of greaseproof paper that was about the size of each of my tiers. And then when I rolled out my blue marbled fondant, I rolled it to about the size of that greaseproof paper. Also, it helps because when I rolled it up, I could then unroll it easier. Often it tears when I put it on if I'm not careful. And it was really hot when I was doing this, guys. The weather was so warm, it made it really difficult, but this helped a little bit. So got a bad shoulder at the moment, which did have to help me put the tiers on in place. And I'd created like an internal support. Now, I think we might make some internal supports for wedding cakes for you guys on the shop. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in. But also there is doweling in each tier as well. I know I didn't show that in this video, but if you're stacking your tiers for your wedding cakes, don't forget to put the doweling in. So I covered the board in the same fondant, so all my leftover fondant, I just put a strip of it around there to cover it up, trimmed any extra off, and then we'll put a little bit of gold on. I'm going to use the fake Cahill, and I've mixed this with some dipping solution. You can use clear alcohol, rejuvenated spirit, and I splattered some bits on, and then I also painted some lines. I'm also going to put on some gold leaf as well. Now, I didn't put a load of gold leaf on, but it is an edible one, this one. Again, we do have this available on our website, so you can find that on there. I was torn between this or silver, but I decided on gold in the end. I thought it looked better. Also flowers, something else that I'm very out of practice of. So I tried to make some peonies, at least I think the peonies. And my friend was just having bright colors. She said, do what you want as long as they're bright. So we went for like bright pink peonies. Do you know what? It took me 3 whole days to make 3 peonies for this cake. I am pushing them into straws. You can use Posy Picks as well. I don't really want them going directly into the cake, so I've put a little straw in there. Also, you could put like a wooden skewer onto your flour as well, and you could push that into the cake. And I added some fake ones on there as well, completely cheating, because I completely ran out of time after making those peonies. So I put some plastic leaves and foliage in there. But I figured it's okay. It's a wedding gift for my friend. And then I just tidied it up with a little bit of ribbon on the board. And then I made my own little cake stand for that to go on as well.